We are live. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Make Me a Nerd. I'm Mandy Kaplan. I'm a mainstream mom whose mission it is to explore the world of nerd culture that I've been missing out on and, frankly, afraid of my whole life. If you are new to this podcast, first of all, welcome. Here's the deal, guys. I've, for some reason, led a very sheltered life that consists of housewives and Taylor Swift. And now, at my ripe old age of 50 something, I'm ready to embrace sci fi, fantasy, romantasy, video games, foreign films that won Best Picture and I've never seen for some reason. I'm ready to explore the world and get nerducated by fantastic guests like my guest today. I'm very, very excited. She's an excellent human being, first and foremost. She's an actress, a singer, a director, and oft a performer in Miscast LA with me. Give it up for Sherry Mandujano.
Hi, Mandy. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm excited that you had something you wanted to nerd out about. But before we get to Parasite, I want to ask you about your level of nerdery in general. Are you into some of those things I just mentioned or not?
Yes, for sure. Um, I'm
D&D. I'm going
d-
to I'm going to give you a police interrogation. Are you into D&D?
no,
Cosplay?
no,
Have you ever been to a Renaissance fair?
yes,
Oh, stop down. You've
no,
been to a Ren fair?
yes. One. I'm not
Okay.
like a Ren Fair person, but I've been to one.
Okay. Okay. Star Wars.
Oh, love.
Love Star Wars. Star Trek.
Okay,
Starship Troopers.
no.
Okay. Or Magic the Gathering.
No.
Okay. I just wanted to get a sense of where your nerdery lies. So, if you see a movie you love that just gets you excited, like Star Wars, how many times have you seen Star Wars?
Oh my gosh, I had the bed sheets growing up of Star Wars. I used to have the box set of Star Wars when I was a kid. Somebody stole it. I'm pretty sure it was one of my sister's friends. But I was obsessed with Star Wars. I think I've seen Star Wars, I don't know, maybe like 500 times in my.
Okay. Okay. So this is one of those things that I'm discovering is like this nerd culture that if you are nerdy about something, you can't get enough. You watch it over and over. You read magazines about it. You buy the memorabilia and you have, precious things in the box that you're not supposed to open. And that's not my personality. So I love diving in with someone who is like that. You
And
know
you
what I
know
mean?
what's really funny is that I did notice that about you is that you don't really have like a lot of tchotchkes in your house, which I respect because I'm not a clutter person per
Hmm.
se myself.
Hmm.
But usually when somebody is like really nerdy about something, you'll see the evidence will be there.
I do have some Golden Girl shit.
I mean, but that's
I
just
have the bobbleheads and a mug and a t-shirt and a blanket and the magazine and the crossword puzzle. I trivia.
I mean, but Golden Girls is essential to learning how to be a friend.
Thank you. Thank you for understanding. So I says to you, I said, Sherry, I need you on the podcast because frankly, I adore you. And what do you want to nerd out about? And you said Parasite.
Parasite.
This movie is so beloved and it won the best picture at the Oscars,
Yes.
foreign film, and just flat out best picture.
Yes, it actually won the Palme d'Or at Cannes. It won the best picture at the Oscars. It won best director. It won best screenplay and best international film. All of the Oscars, like they swept.
Right. And here I am going, oh, I've never seen it. Is it
So,
good?
yeah, that's
So,
cool.
yeah. So, how many times have you seen Parasite?
I saw it 3 times in the theater. I would have gone more, but time and life. But
Mhm.
I own it. I've watched it, I think, at least 20 times on my own. And
Oh,
they just won the Oscar in 2020. So, It's pretty fresh, but
Okay,
yeah,
great.
and I loved that I had to watch it again for to get prepared for the podcast because like I've actually, believe it or not, I've actually never been able to really nerd out about this movie with anyone like in like a dedicated conversation, and I
Right.
am so excited.
Well, that's what I love about the podcast is that if you look, I could talk about Taylor Swift for hours. No one wants me to do that. If I'm at a dinner party, it's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, right? Have you heard the latest album? What'd you think? Moving on. So this is a chance for us to dive deep and nerd out. And that I think is where the secret sauce is of this podcast because it gives you a real chance.
Yeah.
So I pressed play and I was immediately taken by the visuals. This
Yeah.
is it does not look like any other movie.
No, it's really a feast. I mean, the choices that director Bong made with this really sets you up to really experience not just this like really because technically the way that they classified this movie, they classified it as like a comedy and a thriller and a horror.
Almost all of my notes, Sherry, are what the hell genre is this movie? Because I think it changes every 10 to 15
And
minutes.
it does. It does. And he's said that in several interviews where they're like, how did you navigate right when you were writing this? Because this it really does have a lot of comedic elements and it but then it goes into thriller and then it goes into like, a horror towards the end. And he's like, well, that's my what did he say? He said that's not my decision. I let the story go where it needs to go. And I was like,
Hmm. She's making weird hearts on her cheeks.
I mean, that's such a like when you think about like your favorite directors, like when you think about your favorite movies, they pull out so many different emotions from you. It's
Miss
not just like
Congeniality. Yep, I'm
right,
with you.
right, all the way. But like it's they have nuances to them, and those are
Yes.
the movies that really stick with you. And Parasite just knocked me off my feet when I saw it.
Did watching it with an eye for, oh, what's Mandy going to ask me about? Or I wonder what she's thinking about this sequence. Or I wonder if at this, you're, oh, how did I affect your enjoyment of the movie?
Actually, okay, so that was the thing. I was actually really excited because you said you've never seen this.
Never.
And being able to share that, like with somebody that's never seen something that's like one of your favorite things, I'm like, I wish I could have been there sitting with you, being like, did you see that? Did you see this? Oh
We
my
should
God,
have done that.
see this. I would have loved it because there are just like the opening scene, just the opening scene, it really sets up the family and how they live, like their neighborhood.
Right.
It's like congested. It's like
It it felt dystopian. It felt like I thought, "Oh, I get it. There was a parasite that knocked out the rest of the world and they're trapped in this little basement apartment." And Pete, if you could put up this first picture, they have a toilet loft. It's open, first of all, so they have to do their business in front of the rest of the family,
yeah.
right? And they are in this picture that I sent you, they are huddled up on the loft, and I got Being John Malkovich vibes from the
Yeah,
design,
I could see that. Yes.
which, by the way, I saw when it came out and I didn't understand it. If anybody out there wants to come on and make me a nerd about Being John Malkovich, I am down.
Oh,
But um I just it was so visually different.
yeah. It was really amazing. So, I did read because I was obsessed. I did read that when they were setting up the neighborhood to establish where the family lived, to establish their apartment, they actually scavenged all those front doors and all those like side awnings for like the other apartments and buildings that you see outside their window. They
Mhm.
scavenged those from actual neighborhoods in South Korea
Mm.
that are like dilapidated neighborhoods that are
Mhm.
getting torn down and they're getting turned into like high rise condominium buildings.
Mhm.
They pulled those And everything that you see in the scenes where the family is at home, where the Kim family, where our working class family is,
Well,
those are
you
real.
want to say hero family, but you can't really say that about
No
them,
one is
can ya?
no one is a hero. No one is a hero in my opinion in this. There's no such thing. Everyone is so human and so complicated, and there are paradox and just wrapped in an enigma. It's
Yep.
such an incredible movie. But like actually the physical set of the apartment and the doorways of the neighbors, that's real. But everything on the side of the street that you're looking at, everything on the right side is a green screen.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I
And
would
also,
never know that.
I know you would never know, and they did such an incredible job. And I was like, this was, I mean, but the way that they set up their their apartment, and you see the opening shot of the socks
Mm-hmm.
drying from the
Yep.
ceiling,
Yep.
and
It tells you
like
so much.
it tells you so much. The way that the family is just like cramped, and like they're
And
trying
they
to,
fold pizza boxes
yes, they're
to
folding
make a
the
little
pizza boxes.
cash.
But you
They-
see, that was the thing that I was really interested in, because so we're American, right? So
Mhm.
we're watching a foreign film. But I think the thing that sometimes, maybe not for everybody, but I think the thing that sometimes gets lost for people when they watch foreign films is that you're watching a film about people that live at home in their own country. So these are not like immigrants. This is not like an American immigrant story. These are people like, it's as if you're watching an American family that's from America, and like they're living like destitute, but like
Right.
at, yeah, at the same time it's like they have all the benefits of being from that country. So it's like I kind of see that they have the capability to work. They have the capability and they have opportunities to get jobs, but they don't have the follow through. They couldn't even
Right.
fold those pizza boxes right.
I know. And it's so voyeuristic. Don't I mean, we feel like we're crammed in that apartment with them. We can almost smell the smells and feel the moisture in the air. It's really vivid. The world building is spectacular in this movie. The first before the plot takes off, when it's just getting to know where we are and how they live, I thought this is a nerd's paradise because in all the nerd stuff I've been watching, the world building is so crucial, right? You need to be dropped onto a spaceship that's involved in a outer, a space war, and you need to get a sense of all of that. And this movie does it with precision and care, and it makes you lean in because you understand where you are, but you want to know more and how you're going to get out.
Yeah, exactly. How are you going to get out? Because that's what we see right away. We're like, their phones were cut off. They're
Mhm.
like holding the phone up near the corner of the toilet to try and catch free Wi-Fi from the new coffee shop that opened down the street. The
Mhm.
the pizza boxes that like they're just trying to hurry up and fold so that they can get money to turn the phones back on.
Yep.
But at the same time, they're not really striving for more.
No.
It's like you're like, how are you going to get yourself out of this? You're doing the bare minimum here, guys.
Mhm. Well, then they finally, and names are not going to be my specialty. Kiwoo, our male,
Right,
young male leading character, finally leaves and he meets his friend. And in the shots, I sent you another picture if you want to refer to it. As they're meeting at a restaurant, the whole world is like tilted. I'm a little teapot tilt here. And I thought, well, that's strange. I mean, is that part of this? Like, are we going to find out there was an earthquake and the whole world tilted? But it seems so much more metaphorical than that. This is a tilted world that
yes.
we are about to enter into. This story is twisted and tilted, and it just made me feel uncomfortable. I didn't know if I was supposed to, but I felt deeply uncomfortable with the camera. Like, I don't know how they shot that, but it literally looks like the houses and the
It
street
really
is just
does.
off kilter.
Yeah, and for me that was really like the first shot that really set up this foreshadowing.
Mhm.
Because here comes Min. You know, Kiwoo and Min are school friends,
Mm-hmm.
and based on my own like friends that I know that are from Korea, friends that are here in LA that like their family is Korean, there is a very very blatant classism
Mm.
that goes on in South Korea, in the country of South Korea, and it's just accepted. And like
At
the
least
fact
we
that
don't have that here.
oh, right, not
Eye
here,
roll. Mm-hmm.
obvious. But like over there, the fact that men drove to their house and is carrying a gift of what's it called? The Scholar Stone.
Yes.
He's carrying this gift. And from what I've heard, those Scholar Stones, that's not a thing. That's not a
No,
thing.
it feels
Like
fantastical. It
it's
feels,
no. I mean, like they're real. The
oh,
stones are real, but like gifting that to someone outside of your own family is not a thing.
oh.
That would never
And
happen.
and it potentially having some kind of power to bring them luck. I mean, that
Right.
felt like the premise of the movie,
Yeah.
or like a movie thing, not a real thing.
Yeah,
But
exactly. And then, but it was the catalyst. But here comes Min, and like the drunk guy is just about to pee on the family's stoop, and he's like,
mm-hmm.
"Get out of here!" And like really chase them off. And the family's like, "Oh, see, Min, what a great guy," but he's coming here under his own selfish reasons. He is, in my opinion, Min is not the good guy that the family really thinks that he is. He came here to try and use Kiwoo to protect his interest in
In the
the
girl. Oh. I want to investigate that right after this. Welcome back, everybody. While I have your attention, I want to let you know that Make Me a Nerd is a production of True Story FM, engineering by the peerless Pete Wright. My theme song is Wonderstruck by Jane and the Boy. You can get me on Instagram at Mandy underscore Kaplan underscore Clavens, both with K's, or on TikTok at Mandy Miscast. And if you're feeling supportive and you want to join the club, go to makemeanerd.com/join, and that will get you your episodes ad-free and early. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, please leave me a review and I will give you a shout out, like Koto Man 1964. Mandy is a great hostess as she really gets the conversation revved up because she doesn't miss a thing. Thank you, Koto Man. So please, these reviews help more people find the podcast. And that's the whole idea. Enough of my BS. Here we go. I didn't. I know that Min might have been selfish in saying, keep an eye on the daughter for me, keep her warm, even though Kiwoo ends up falling for her anyway,
I
which is
know.
also, I mean, it as people say, the ick, because she is a school age girl, and I know they're
Yeah.
only like 19 or whatever, but still, but I didn't get that Min had devious intentions. You do?
I mean, for me, it didn't click until I think maybe the third or fourth time that I watched this movie, and not even until towards the end. But Min shows up. He hands this supposed gift from his grandfather of a scholar stone that nobody would ever give outside the family, and he uses it as the pretense to come in and offer Kiwoo this supposed like really great gig. However, he is doing it, one, to protect his interest in what's her name, da Daye, the daughter of the Park
Mm-hmm.
family.
Mm-hmm.
But in the same breath, he's like, no, I don't want to get one of these other guys from my college. I don't want them slobbering over her. And he's like,
So he thinks Kiwoo's safe, right? Like, you'll tutor her a little bit, but you
because
won't make a move.
because he's poor,
Mm-hmm.
and there there is no there's no way someone from a family that poor would ever have a chance with the rich Parks family.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it really felt like, yes, he enjoys Kiwoo's company. He has a good time with him, but he does not see him as an equal.
Equal. Sure.
He
That
doesn't.
makes sense. It's- So Kiwoo gets this job tutoring this very rich teenage girl at the Park's house. And immediately he, I marveled at the switch between struggling people trying to get by and Machiavellian geniuses. This family, I think I just wanted to say Machiavellian, but this family, so he manipulates the woman, Mrs. Park,
Yeah.
and says, "Oh, I know a tutor for your younger son, or an art therapist for your younger son who's got some sensory issues." And he gets his sister in there, who is like an Oscar-winning actress when she goes for her interview, and she almost seems like two different actresses playing the loud, brash, desperate girl who's folding pizza boxes.
Yeah.
And then she goes into this home and comes across as intelligent and educated and opinionated and right? I
Aloof.
mean, yeah.
I think the aloofness was really what drew in the mom.
Oh. Do, was there a scene that I didn't highlight that where Kiwoo explained, here's what you got to do to get in with this family? Or did she just sense that?
No, it went straight into it. Like Kiwoo had like the light bulb went on when he was looking at the little boy's art, and he's like he already knew. He was like, I know what I'm gonna do. And
Mm-hmm.
so he had already started formulating the idea while he's walking down the steps to leave and work. He's like, I'm gonna get my sister in here. And it goes right into him bringing her into the house
Right.
under the guise that she's just some girl,
Yeah, his cousin's
his cousin's schoolmate.
classmate. Yeah.
Or,
So it's really the talented Mr. Ripley times two, then times three. This is where their scruples are lost.
yeah,
They frame the rich family's driver, get him fired so that dad can now become the chauffeur. And then they nearly poison the
they
housekeeper
poisoned the housekeeper with the peach fuzz.
with peach fuzz so that mom can become the maid. And now that the transformation is complete, the Kim family is has infiltrated the home completely and totally. And then the Park family says, "We're going away camping. See ya." And the Kim family gets disturbingly drunk and like uses and abuses the house, and they're outside cavorting, which I'm thinking, wouldn't the neighbors see them?
I know.
I mean, I
See,
know the property might be a little
it
separate, but
yeah, I mean, that was one of the interesting introductions that I saw in the film that director Bong did when we see Kiwoo first on his first meeting with the Park family. He's looking for the address. He did a wide shot so that we could see how open these streets are and how tall the walls of these houses
mm,
are. Just such a huge contrast to the confined and like suffocating neighborhood that he comes from. And
mm-hmm.
then he's coming to this neighborhood where the rich family lives, and they have all the space
Yes.
in the world. And I was like, what an incredible way to establish that.
And what a bizarre house. It's so cement and cold and dimly lit. And
Like museum, yeah, mm-hmm.
yeah, oh, it is like a museum. There's that wall of, you said
Yes.
tchotchkes, but probably fine art.
But like you don't see any like you only saw like those two little arrows that she's like, oh, you see now it's like
It's a
full.
playpen,
Yeah, but
right?
it's like there's nothing else. There's no evidence that anybody lives there except for the pictures on the wall.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you get the sense that this family is not a happy, loving, warm family. There's, I almost want a prequel to get to know the Park family and how they came to be who they are.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that?
I,
Oh, let's write that.
I know. I would really love that because there's a line later on in the movie when the dad is driving Mr. Park and he's complaining about something, and then the dad says, "Oh, but you love her." And then Mr. Park says, "Sure, we'll call it love."
Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
Okay.
So it's like I've seen Talented Mr. Ripley. I think I know where this movie's going. I think they're going to try to kill off this family and live in this house and take over their lives or scam them out of all their money, right? This is where I think it's going. And then ding dong.
Right. The old housekeeper.
What's her name?
Uh,
Moon Wang.
yeah.
What an actress. Let's talk about Lee Young Jun or Lee Jong Un. I hope I said that remotely right. She rings the doorbell and says, "I left something behind. Can I just come in real quick and grab it from the basement?" If you have not seen Parasite, stop this podcast right now. Go watch
Go
it
watch it. Go
and come
watch it.
back. She has been harboring her husband, her fugitive husband, in the basement for years.
Years.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And he's living in squalor down there, but she's sneaking him food and taking care of him.
And I was like, what an incredible surprise twist. Because so one of again in one of his interviews, one of my favorite things that they had asked director Bong was, why did you choose the name Parasite? And he said, because you think that the word parasite is going to be referring to the Kim family, but it's not. It's referring to all of the families, because it's seriously like it's capitalism. Essentially, it's a reflection of our society, of our economy, in that the poor and working class are constantly struggling, and like hustle culture and everything, but that struggle is invisible to the millionaire and billionaire class. But at the same time, neither one can exist without the other. It's a
Right.
parasitic, uh you know, like homogenous existence, and it's terrible.
It's when the movie just becomes next level.
It really does.
Because up till then, I felt I was, I don't want to say like I knew what was going to happen. This is me smoking. But, then it just gets so much more twisted. The world
So
just
much more wild. It's so crazy.
wild. And I will say that when the Kim dad goes down in the basement and sees, and he says, "Ugh, how have you been living like this? This is disgusting." First of all, it's hilarious because his life situation is no better.
I
But second of all, I thought, I know how this movie's going to end.
know.
I predicted it. Um, I, so there's just like this battle royale in the house between Moon Gwang and her husband and the Kim family, and
Right.
I mean, it's insane. And Moon Wang is quick and she films them.
Oh my
And she's
gosh,
like,
that was
"So now
so
I
good.
have the
I was
proof
like,
that you were
great.
in the house when the Park family is away." And
That
uh,
was the thing that killed me, is that like I was like, she got footage of them. Now she's got one of other. But wait a minute, she's gonna out herself too. None of you are gonna keep this job. You've been hiding your husband in the basement. They can't trust you either. And all of them really messed up, because they could have easily worked together to really take this Park family for a ride for as long as they could have.
absolutely, I think the Kims are incapable of that kind of foresight and collaboration,
Yeah.
right? Everybody's out to get them. So they're just going to try to screw you before you can screw us.
Honestly, like it, like when you go through the movie and like you're watching it, you just see all of the, you see desperation, you see the moral decline that leads to their deception of the Park family, and then it leads to all it's the slippery slope happened early on, and then they just went for it. They just went full out.
And then there's that shot when Moon Wang, oh God, the names, yeah, Moon Gwang. When she comes in and she goes down to the basement, the way she can get to the secret bunker,
Yeah.
she has to climb the wall and be parallel to the floor to push
To
the
push
bookcase.
it.
And it's you're like, what am I watching?
It was so hilarious.
What but it's also so bizarre and
I know
ugly
because
and dark and seems
you're like,
impossible.
what is she doing?
What is she doing? This woman is climbing the walls. Uh yeah, I I have so this movie was not what I thought it would be at all, and I'll tell you why right after this. When you hear best foreign film or best film in a foreign language, I should say, because they've changed that. And you hear this won best picture at the Oscars. I didn't think it was going to be a popcorn, action packed, hilarious. It's just not a hoity toity, artsy fartsy film the way I thought it might be.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, it the way that they shot it, the cinematic artistry of it really is, but the storylines of the families are so raw and just so off-putting most of the time that you're like,
Ugly.
it's so ugly. It
Yep.
really is. And I really feel like that's what really resonated with audiences. That's what resonated with me because I mean, I love, beautiful, artsy movies, but I'm like, when something is so real and when something really resonates with me, it's because it feels like real life. And I'm like,
Hmm.
oh my God, that's us.
Like when the Kim family gets drunk, they're all laying around eating everything in sight and drinking fine liquor, and it's gross. And the
Yes, they're
and
slovenly.
the daughter, uh Park Sodam, is that the right one? Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
She
on.
um Yi Young, she is munching on what we think is beef jerky or fruit roll-ups. And then she looks down, she's like, oh, these are the dog's treats. She's been laying on the couch munching on the dog treats. I laughed so hard. Um, and they just keep raising the stakes in this film. When you think, well, okay, now I get it. This is as crazy as this is going to get.
Not even
Mm-mm.
close.
It gets
Not even close.
crazier and crazier. Uh,
I mean, they really got to the point where they were very on par with like Icarus. They just got so comfortable and they were like, we've got it. What else can we take from the Park family? What else can we do?
I don't know what Icarus is other than I know he flew too close to the
He
sun.
flew too close to the sun, and that's
Okay.
exactly what they did.
Okay.
They got too comfortable. They got
Right.
way too comfortable. They let down their guard and like, ah, yeah. I was just like, I saw it coming too. I was like, you guys could have had it all, man. You guys could have had it all.
It's, yeah, but you don't want them to. I've never watched a movie, I don't think, where I loved everybody and hated everybody as much. There's no one to jump on and go, okay, at
No.
least I've got them to root for.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe Moon Gwang, because she's trying to protect her husband and she did take good care of the Park family, and
She
but
did.
she's
Um,
batshit. So I
she
don't know that she feels comfortable to root for.
No, I mean, like, she's also an enabler, like, he had all these debts and, like, she's, like, covering for him and, like, I mean, she's married to an obviously, emotionally avoidant man, like so many of us have dated. But,
Coming up on a very special Make Me a Nerd. Sherry, talk about your feelings. Tell me, honey.
yeah, we could go on a tangent on that with the guy I've dated. Um, but yeah, man, just this movie was, the other thing for me, my favorite scene in this entire movie was after that fight.
Mm-hmm.
When the Park family cuts their camping trip short
Mm.
and everybody has to scramble and like they have to trap the old housekeeper and her husband downstairs and the violence ensues. Then essentially they inadvertently murder her, you know?
No, she's alive after that.
No.
No?
She uh the mom is getting ready for the Park family's arrival, and she has the pot of ramyun,
Yeah, and she kicks her down the
and
stairs.
she kicks her down the stairs and she gives her a concussion. She dies down there.
Oh, okay. But I think she does make one more like horror movie
Yep,
comeback before she dies.
does. She
Okay,
does.
because I wrote, "Oh shit, she's alive." But
Yeah,
yeah.
she tries to free her husband.
Mhm.
She tries to free him. She's like trying to bite through the tape that the dad used to, like tie him up to the pipes.
If
Um,
you haven't seen this movie and you're listening, this must sound like a terrible game of yes and where we're just making shit up and like, yeah, and then she's cooking and she kicks her down the stairs and then she's trying to bite through the tape and I mean it's wild.
it's a real wild ride, this movie, and it's so worth it, and it's so amazing. But so there's the scene. Once the Park family arrives, the Kim family has to try and escape. And they're hiding under the coffee table in the living room while the Park family is watching their little boy camping in the backyard. And then they have their own good time on the couch
The
while the Kim
parents
family is
are
underneath
fingering
the
each other
table. They're
and
fingering each other.
so that is the moment at which I thought this movie is so tense. It is not a movie you relax and put your feet up and watch. You're like
No.
I found myself unable to breathe, unable to blink. Is that a feeling you like? Are you like a
Oh,
roller coaster rider and
oh
are
yeah, I love
yeah?
it. I love that. I mean, not in my personal life, as we discussed 20 minutes ago. But but for movies, I'm like, if I don't know what the is gonna happen next, you have me. You have me. Like,
Yeah.
and
But you
this,
know what's gonna happen is gonna be dangerous, disastrous, calamitous. I mean, this you know this movie's not gonna have a happy
I
ending. You
know it.
know these
And
people
you
are
know
not gonna
what?
come out well.
The great thing about that is that I tend to really love watching Korean TV shows because they always have a happy ending. But this movie does not.
Have you seen a little thing called Squid Game?
Yeah, I know, but I mean, like,
Not
the
such
guy
a happy ending.
that one is an exception. But all, like, the Potato Lab, one of my favorite Korean TV shows, so cute, like full of romance and adorable. But like this was just, I mean, it's not going to end happy,
Yeah.
and I loved it. I love everything about this movie. But
Well,
so
this I just wanna I have to say I did an episode on Squid Game, with the amazing podcaster Jimmy Aquino, and I couldn't even handle it after a few episodes. I was like, the violence was just too much and too senseless. This violence in Parasite doesn't bother me because it's motivated and these
there's
people are
reason.
fighting for their lives, but it wasn't just it I don't know why I could handle this violence.
It's because, I mean, I don't know if this is going to be true for you, but it's true for me that it's because this parallels real people's struggles.
Yes.
It, in a
I
very,
felt like
it,
for my family, I would
yeah,
stab the guy, to
it,
protect my
yes,
family.
it's in a very over dramatized way, an exaggerated way, but absolutely, if it came down to having to survive, I would absolutely, if I was in this situation, I'm like, yeah, I could absolutely see this happening.
Right.
Um, but going on, um, so once the Kim family sees that the Parks, the mom and dad, are passed out on the couch, they're finally able to escape the house without getting caught. And this was cinematic artistry, like just the epitome of having the most beautiful shot ever. You see them coming down from the rich neighborhood, and we're following them in this like metaphorical way, like,
Torrential downpour.
yes, the torrential downpour, and you see them going through the streets, and you see them going further down and further down and further down. It's like the archaeological strata layers where you see like them coming from the rich neighborhood, and it gets dirtier and dirtier and grimier, and the water is just pouring
It's
further and further down.
sewage
Oh,
water,
yeah, it's sewage water, and they
and it's
finally
up to
get
their
to.
necks in their apartment.
They are literally drowning in shit,
Mm-hmm.
literally. And I was like, this is the most incredible metaphor for
Mm-hmm.
society that I have seen
Mm-hmm.
in a long time. I
Yep.
was like, the way that all the neighbors are struggling to like bail the sewage water out of their house. I'm like, these people, the working class neighborhood is struggling to protect what little belongings they have
Yeah.
in order to like hold on to their livelihoods and everything. And I'm like, what an incredible way to depict the disparity between the rich family and the poor family.
Yeah. It's yeah, it's a gut punch, all of it. And I so they the family ends up in a shelter, but the mom stays back because the Park family still thinks Mrs. Kim is
Yeah.
their housekeeper and she's gonna, stay on board. And then Mrs. Park decides to throw her little son a surprise just get together in the backyard. And this is where like it's Barefoot Contessa, Martha Stewart, just they throw this little impromptu afternoon party that is off
Right?
the
No
charts. I
big
want
deal.
to,
And she's like,
right? No
yeah,
big deal.
we have to get
We
all
see
this
her
stuff.
closet. We see Mrs. Park's closet, and I was so jealous. I hate that house with all my heart, but that closet. Oh,
But
I
her
just
closet is I want her closet.
I don't have a closet, so I want her closet so badly. Um, but they invite the tutor and the art therapist and the driver to the party. Here's a question. How do they get cleaned up? They're covered in sewage water out of shelter. They don't even have belongings. How did they spruce up for the party?
I mean, honestly, I don't think they could. Like at the gymnasium where everyone took shelter, they were handing out all that leftover clothes, right?
Mm,
The I'm assuming there was like volunteers that were
okay.
people clean clothes. But there's the scene when Mrs. Park and the dad, Mr. Kim, were driving in the car. He had just driven her to the grocery store to get all the fancy
The
food,
wine. Oh, yeah.
the wine and everything. And she's on the phone in the back, and you see her put her finger up to her nose because she
Because he
smells
smells.
him. And then she opens the window and he notices that and he sniffs
Mm-hmm.
his shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And that was a running theme for them because the husband had made the comment earlier in the movie about
His
how
driver
it
smelling.
smell.
Yeah.
And earlier than that, the little boy had
With the
mentioned that
sensory issues, the whole family smells, or
the whole family
no,
smells.
he doesn't know they're a family. He just
He doesn't
says,
know.
my art therapist smells like my sister's tutor. And they
Yeah.
smell like, oh my God, I got chills head to toe. I loved that moment.
Yes. And
That
so
he's going to pick up on this before this dumb rich family,
yeah,
the dumb rich adults.
yep. Yeah.
So now they're at this fancy backyard birthday party for a little kid. And it turns into what I assume the Red Wedding was like from Game of Thrones. Now, I did an episode on Game of Thrones back in the beginning of this podcast with my amazing husband, Jeremy Clavens. Everybody should go listen to that episode. But I certainly didn't make it all the way to the Red Wedding, which I was all over society. I mean, it was just such a pop culture phenomenon to say
It
Red
really
Wedding,
was. That
right?
was such a great episode, but also I had to cover my eyes for a little
Okay.
bit.
So yeah, so mayhem ensues at this party. People get stabbed. It's people die. People, dogs eat meat off of dead bodies.
Yes. I mean, it
It
was all
is.
it was all because they inadvertently murdered the old housekeeper and the husband
Right.
just lost it. He'd been down there for so long, but without her, he was like, well, that's it.
Yep.
And he went after Chung Suk, the mom, the Kim mom.
But the dad, Mr. Kim, ends up killing Mr. Park because Mr. Park comments that the guy smells, right?
Yeah,
Or like it's
he
triggering. It's
it's triggering.
yeah,
So
it goes a
Mr.
little
Kim is there trying to put pressure on his own daughter's wound, and Mr. Park doesn't care. He wants the keys because his little boy's having a seizure. And I mean, honestly, I think any one of us be like, are you serious? My daughter, like, he doesn't know that she's his daughter, but like,
right,
she's bleeding out.
right.
And
Yep.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, if at any point in time you're gonna snap, it's gonna be when your kid's life is in danger.
I think you said something earlier that really resonates. It's like, and I was trying to get to this point, but I didn't connect the dots. The violence doesn't bother me because it feels like, well, I would do that too.
Mm.
And and so it's relatable violence, which is so strange
It
because
is,
I'm
though. It
not a
is.
violent person yet. Uh, but one major question I have, and then are wrapping up, which I cannot believe.
Wow, that went by
But
fast.
I know time passes in this movie, a lot of time,
Yeah.
and a lot of people being trapped in a basement, but no one grows facial hair. Sherry Mandujano.
I mean, well, uh, I'm just gonna. They're Asian.
I looked it up. Korean men can grow facial hair.
You know what? I am not an expert on Asian men's facial hair, but I have seen lots of really cute Asian guys with facial hair. Just most of the guys I know are not able to grow it. Most of the Asian
Okay.
guys that I know
Well,
are
I
not.
literally Googled, look, when you type in, can Korean men grow facial hair, just like autofills? Yes, Korean men can grow facial hair, but genetics often result in slower growth, lighter density, and patchier coverage compared to Western or Middle Eastern men.
Yeah, that seems accurate.
So, if you're trapped in a basement for year after year after year, you would have some facial hair. I'm just, if we want to call Director Bong after this, I'm filing an official complaint.
You know what? I think we could probably call the WGA just to inquire.
Okay,
Yeah,
let's do that.
let's
This
do that.
this movie is, aside from that, which is just a huge mistake.
Huge plot hole. Huge.
Huge. No, Sherry, thank you for giving me the gift of Parasite. I cannot believe I hadn't seen it, and it might be a movie I go back to because I just think it's so
It's
layered
so
and
good.
fascinating and gripping. It's a
It is.
great, great film.
It's an incredible film. It's brilliant. I mean, the way that he writes, this is not the only movie that he's written where he addresses classism, but this is by far my favorite of his.
Okay. Well, I'll say it. You're a goddamn delight, and I want you to come back and educate me about other things. Or just come over and watch stuff with me. We don't have to podcast about it.
I'll just sit there and stare at you, be like, what did you think of that part?
All right. Thank you, Sherry Mandujano. I adore you. And thank you, everybody who's listening. I adore you as well. Until next time.